Hello everyone, this is KinCony. This video I will show you how to integrate KinCony's controller to your own cloud server. This time we can connect with the cloud server by MQTT so that you can send the MQTT command in anywhere just on the world. You can remote control in anywhere. Okay, let's begin how to create the cloud server and create the command for your MQTT. This is our H32B relay controller. We just take example for the demo. You can use any KinCony controller connect to your own cloud server by MQTT. Okay, let's look at the compute. This is our form. I have posted this third, how to let controller connect to your own cloud server by MQTT server. Okay, let's look at the step. It totally has 6 steps. The step 1, you can choose a cloud server for MQTTBox. You can choose by Amazon, AWS, or Alibaba Cloud. I have used Alibaba Cloud because this server in our city, just in Hangzhou. And we just use the Linux server. So I can give you see, this is our ECS server control panel. This is our Linux server just for testing. So if you want to test, you can connect to our cloud server for testing is no problem. And suggest to use the Linux system. This image we have used because this server is created many years ago. You can see it's created 20 and 80 years. So it have used many years. That we have used the CentOS. You can use the new version of the CentOS. It's up to you. And just suggest use Linux. And the second step, you can rent a server for a cloud server. Then you can install the MQTTBox application to your own server. You can choose the mosquito, or I have chosen the EMQ X. This is made in China, but this is open source and it have free version. The mosquito also have free version and the open source. You can choose any MQTTBox application. So after you choose which solution you will to install, you can install the MQTTBox like this. I have used this EMQ X because it's open source and it have free version. You just click the free, and you can choose which version, which OS you will install. We can choose the type for the open source for the EMQX, and this enterprise this need money, and we can choose this open source. And the operation system, we can suggest you choose the CentOS. Then we can let you set the system version 8.7.6. The new version is 8, and the install method. And you have see the 3 steps. I just download, install, and running. So it's very easy because I have already installed this EMQ X on the cloud server of KinCony. So I have not installed. You just use these 3 commands by the party, and then you can use the Linux MQTT server. So you can install, and also you can see the resource, the EMQBox. And we can see this is start and install. Have many details installed. And after installed, you need to allow the MQTT ports by your cloud server security group. Because the cloud server, there are security group. Also, if you use Amazon, AWS also have a security group. We can just click and choose the group name, and you can see this internet rules. We can insert all of these 2 items. This one and this one. This is for MQTT because this part is for MQTT, and this part is for MQTT dashboard. That according to your MQTTBox, because we can see this is dashboard I use EMQ because it has a very beautiful dashboard. After you install the EMQ X, you can start this EMQ X. Just use this one command. It's also very easy. You can use the putty to remote send this command to start the EMQ X, and then you can click the dashboard. How to view the dashboard? View dashboard. Also, you can visit this IP and port. And this is the username. Username is admin. The password is public. Because we can see the dashboard use this part, so we have enable and follow this part on the security group. You just need to set the security group. Then you can back to the web page. We can start the MQTT service. How to start? I have said you can click this. You can see the start command. After you start, then you can set your controller network setting for MQTT domain name and the IP address and the port. This server, we have used a domain name. This is the internet IP address. This IP address, we have used this domain name. This is also the KinCony's Chinese website, the URL. Because you can see I can use CMD, I can ping, and you can see this IP, this IP. So you can use domain name to set for your relay controller. You can see I can scan my H32B controller. I just use this command, this store, and start monitor and scan. Then it will scan the controller in the local network. I just use this IP. I log in by this IP. And the username and the password and the login. And you will see the network Ethernet setting. We have released the newest version. This is 4.39. This firmware will support you use domain name for the MQTT server. So now we can choose the work mode to MQTT, and the domain name. You can input the IP address or input your domain name. It's easy to change IP in the future, so you can input the domain name. And the port, the 1883, this is for MQTT, and the MQTT username and the password. I just take an easy username and the password for testing. So you can not need to input the number of the IP address because we use the domain name. And you can click save, and the controller will be reboot and will auto connect to the MQTTBox. And also we can open a window. Then we can input this domain name and the port. And you will see this login. This we can change to English version. This is Chinese version of the language. We can input the name. You can see the dashboard. The name is admin and the password is public. So we can input admin and public. And you can see the dashboard. We set to English version language. We just choose to English, and this is Japanese, and apply. And then you can see the monitor all is English. Okay, you can see it's very powerful for the EMQ. And the dashboard, we can see the clients. And you will see here is our controller. You can see this is UID. We can log again. This is UID. And E68, just this one, E68. This is UID. The MQTT have connected to the call server. So the hardware is connected successfully. Now we can use the MQTT box This step we have done is no problem. Controller just only need to set to the MQTTBox server and the IP and the domain name and the part. So that is the last one. We can use the MQTTBox debug tool for the remote country send the command for testing. This is download tool. This tool also is open source and free to use. You can search by Google Home. Okay, you can download from KinCony's this link. I have already downloaded. I just open MQTTBox, this one. And you can, this is nothing. You can create an MQTT client. This client in future maybe your PC software or maybe your mobile phone application. Now we can just send a command by testing. So the MQTT name I can import. This is my PC, and this not needed to change. And the protocol is TCP MQTT, and the host that consists with the domain name and the port, just like this. This is our domain name and 1883. And the username and the password. This is for MQTT. This is the username and the password. MQTT and 123. So I can set MQTT and the password 123. And other not needed to change. Just save as default and press save. And you can see this icon is become green. That means it connect to our call server successfully. Now is the topic to send and to subscriber. We can first to subscriber because we need to learn the controller state. So you can see the document, the KinCony's document on this URL, just server document. And you will see the MQTT command. Just click and you can see this document. And this is the command how to control. The first we can subscriber the state. This is the feedback the state. We can use relay X this command. Copy and paste, change the X. X means the channel number. Because we use 32, so you change to 32. If you use 16 channel, you can change to 16. If you use 8 channel, you can change to 8. Now we use 32 channel and the state. And the XXX is the UID, so we can copy the UID. Copy. And paste, and click subscribe, and you can see this is upload. All this state is 000. That means the relay is off. So now we can try to control relay on. So we can see the document again. And if you want to control relay 1 is on, you can send this command, just set and paste, and also can change to 32 and copy the UID. And this is Johnson. We have used the Johnson format. And the payload, if you want to turn on relay 1, so we can copy the command like this, turn on relay 1, just copy and paste. Okay, now you can see this is the payload that we can turn on relay 1. You can see I can press the publish, and you can see this LED will be on. That means the channel 1 is on. If you want to turn off relay 1, you just change the on is to 0. So you can also click the publish. Then you can see the relay is off. So this is how to send the command of on and off. So you can also see this document if you have country multi-channel. if you want to turn on relay 1, relay 2, relay 3, so you just copy this command, like this one. Relay 1 is on, and relay 2 also is on, and relay 3 is also on. So you can send this payload, just you can click the publish. You can see this 3 relay is work at the same time, all is on. So you can turn off all these 3 relays. You just change to 0 and 0 and 0. So you can click publish, and you can see the 3 relay is off. And this is feedback from every relay have changed the state, will feedback the whole information of the input and the output. Okay, so you can see this is how to send a command to the MQTT server, because we have sent to the card server. And you can see the dashboard. We can see this is the monitor and the system monitor and the clients, which controller is connected. And you can see this controller is connected. And the topic, the controller have connected with which topic, and subscription and rules and many different menus and different modules, and for setting, and this is the light apply, so that will be light, and generate. You can set the username and the administrator and the listener, and which part for MQTT is listening. We have used this part, so we have set the security group on the EC console. So this is how to use the dashboard and for the MQTT. And you can send a command by this MQTTBox, so that this command just you can send by the PC software or the mobile phone, so that you can make your own application remote control the relay anywhere just on the world have the internet. Okay, thanks for watching.